All right, here we are back. 70 Malibu is back up on the lift. The transmission is back from Precision Automotive Transmission in Pennsauken. Steve over there, Steve Gorman, rebuilt this, and now we're gonna put it back in tonight. Got a brand new converter, all good parts, little shift kit in it, and it's going back in the car. And brother Mark is over there. There's brother Mark cleaning some bolts up, bell housing bolts.
You doing this without safety glasses?
Yeah, there's no, oh no. So anyway, we're gonna get this transmission back in here, and I'll keep you posted on what's going on here. And we're gonna have a busy weekend here at the shop, so stay tuned. All right, here we go. Deja vu. Transmission back in. I don't know how many of these things I've done this year. I should start a transmission shop. Not. At least this thing isn't dumping fluid all over the floor. I thought the seals were bad, and it turns out there was a piece in there that backed off, and I was just constantly throwing fluid at it. I'd rather do these all day long than them stupid electronic cars. And I dropped the cradle out of the car to change the transmission. Get the heck out of here with that. Those hooks, those metal round stock that you cleaned up, they hold these cables to the frame. That's what they're for. To keep the slack out of it.
Kick down linkage.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in the way. I missed my headlight. I don't know what I did. I lost my friggin' headlight that I had on.
Well, it's not in the other Chevelle.
I don't know what happened to it. It's gone. It's gone a few months. It'll turn up eventually, I hope.
Every time I see that thing, you got it over here in the 60s. It's just
yeah, it's been gone for months now, and I don't know what happened to it. I probably put it someplace stupid, and
the last time we used
this stupid lost it.
No, last time we used it was on my Chevelle doing the brake lines.
Maybe. Yeah, but I use it during the week a lot. That's the thing. I miss that thing. I'm gonna have to get my other light. Let me see. I could have 15 flashlights in this shop. I couldn't find
Hello,
one.
Internet world. Jack will be back in a moment. He's looking for a flashlight, and he's talking to himself.
And my brain. Oh yeah.
He'll be back in a sec. He's back.
People have commented about, you always talk to yourself like that?
Good evening, folks. Jack has found the flashlight, and he will soon return to regular program things and stuff. Here's your cream soda.
Yeah, thank you. A cream soda. Yes, thank you. Thanks for your patience. All right, let's get this thing back.
Hi, Jack found a flashlight, and I have been reduced to the child where I have to hold.
Will you give me the damn flashlight?
Hold on, Dad. Now I gotta hold this for Jack. This, not anything else. There, Jack. How's the flashlight? Wait.
Will you put it where I'm working, please?
I'll put it somewhere else.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Too high. Oh, too low. It's one of those cheap Jack.
You're on the dial.
I am on the dial, but the problem is if it moves, it goes up.
Excuse me.
Gosh.
Pardon me, TV land. I just had soda.
We just had soda. Yes, we're not drinking, so we don't drink.
Put a transmission in for fun.
Let me get a socket and an extension. And
there's Jack. Oh, hold on. I got to get back to work.
Yeah, get back to work. Got a light to shine in the wrong place, will you?
Hey, that's a little dark.
It's not the hole.
Keep it clean.
Keep it clean. We try to keep it clean on here. I got a comment the other day. Thank you to the man. He says, "Hey, my grandkids watch this. Thank you for keeping it clean." We do that here. We try to. Every once in a while, it's a little slip, but I'll try to edit it out. Yeah, this is not being fun. Something cooperative.
Yeah.
It started and then it stopped.
Well, you're nowhere near it on this side, and the transmission's got to...
First of all, son, give me the light so I can see where I'm at.
Can we tilt the transmission this way?
Which way?
Over this way.
That way? Like that?
No, like angle.
Because I'm right on the dowel pin. If I can get
above the dowel pin.
Oh, now it's above the dowel pin.
Yeah.
We can go forward and backwards.
It's like a.
I don't know. I can't see. I can't even shine the light on my own self.
Yeah, it's got to be rolling. Go
Just-
down with it. There. Oh, you're in.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
but
in.
now I'm not in over here.
Well then, tilt it so it goes up.
Okay. Well, let's try to get one bolt started, and I think that'll work.
Well, you're on a huge angle here.
I know that, but if I could pivot it on the one bolt, we're good.
You're going in on an angle. Get to the block.
Yes, son.
Just let the tail.
What kind of angle am I on now? It's got to
Let the tail down.
down.
Yep.
Down ski.
Down.
It's not doing anything. You mean like that?
Yep, keep going, man. You got a 1/4 inch at the bottom and you're clutching at the top.
With the holes lined up. See, he's backward there. This socket, usually got to pack them with something because the socket's just keeping the socket up.
Let me see what the other side looks like.
It was close. Alright, so we got 2 bolts started. Mark got an eyeball in his eye.
Don't let him fool you. I didn't hold the light right and he punished me.
I had to crack him a new one.
Yeah, I got spanked.
Crack you in the eye. Alright, so there's a ground that goes on there and a dipstick tube that goes on this one. This one gets nothing. Yeah, okay. And that one gets, those 2 up there get the kick down. So these ain't fun because the exhaust is hooked up and I can't tilt the motor down to access all these bolts.
It would have been easier, but
I know.
the exhaust has been together for what, 25 years?
Yeah, and if I do it now, everything's gonna be junk.
Yeah. Let it be.
Let it be.
The converter pop in the hole. Does it spin?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, that's.
We're gonna have to put some shims in there because there's a lot of gappage. It looks like. All right. Finally found it. The dogs over there fighting over a piece of wood.
You know what it reminds me of?
What's that?
The movie. What is it? You'll shoot your eye out, and the dogs that run through the kitchen. Let us pause. This is not a sanctioned dog fight.
No, this is just. Yeah.
Are you done?
Are you done?
Are you
Now
done?
you're kissing
Can
each
we-
other.
Can
Really?
we work on the car now?
Kiss and make up.
All right, we're back.
Yeah. They fight over like the stupidest things. This still doesn't
No,
work.
come back to
I
the
know.
wood.
I tried that. It didn't work. It's the floor and
Stupid floor. It didn't have. It should have rotted there.
yeah, I know. Going from the
You want me
inside.
to pull it down a little
We're gonna
bit?
have to do it. We're gonna have to do. Well, if you can, I don't know.
I can pull it down a little bit.
Yeah, I couldn't get to go very far. Of course, it ain't gonna cooperate now.
No. Nah, it's goofy.
Yeah, we're gonna have to use a wrench on it. I don't have a gear wrench, 9/16. That's MIA. All right, so you want to put the cross member in?
Staying alive, staying alive.
All right.
Oh, we better edit all this out of here.
All right, let me get some hardware and.
He said where?
I said hardware. I said
All right, Bevis. Bevis, you were the coolest ever. I can't. Oh boy. Let's see here.
It dang bet me.
Jump, Bubba.
It dang bet me. It jump up and bet me right in the bump box.
Oh boy. Oh.
Yep. I have to go up front and find some lock washers. I might go have to find some lock washers, Mom.
Oh boy. I did this all wrong, but I don't care. I'm a rebel today.
Bubba. Bubba Gump.
Bubba.
Bubba Mark.
Oh, we're gonna start. Okay. Okay. The gloves are off.
Alright.
Where's the lock washer shop?
I can't find
What kind
it.
of shop are you running here?
I don't know.
Oh my god, the car's gonna fall apart now.
That's not my car.
Oh.
Alright. I gotta go up front. Go
Anything goes garage, but we don't care if you die.
Alright, so me and brother Mark here. He got this the shaft
Of drive.
drive shaft in. Speedometer cable's hooked up. The dogs are in the way like usual. I'm gonna put the piece of rubber on here. He did the converter. That's all bolted up. Trans is bolted up. I'm working on the shifter and all little dumb stuff. tomorrow I'll go to the parts store and grab a new transmission mount, because this one is about gum.
Yeah, that's no good.
That's no good. That thing is just nothing but.
You let off the gas and you'll hear a thump.
Yeah, so I'll get that changed out, and I have to get compression fittings for the lines for that, and add fluid, and hopefully it goes vroom vroom.
Yeah, it'd be the first time it hits the road really since 1990.
Nice. Yeah. And yeah, we'll go from there, and then we'll get started on that back window as soon as I get that primer for the butyl tape.
No, I got to get the.
Oh, you got to get the. That's right. No,
yeah, Welding,
you got to get the Welding.
Welding, Speed, whatever makes these beautiful repair patch panels for.
Yeah, for the back window. Yeah, I showed that already in a previous thing, and I'll update that when we start on it. But now we're good to go. I think we're going to call this a night and come back, resume tomorrow. Mr. Mark won't be here, but the dogs will, as long as they're not being ridiculous. But as you can see, the shreddingness of all this here. All right, well, calling this a night. I will catch you tomorrow. Good morning and welcome back to the channel. So this morning I worked on this thing a little bit. I put transmission mount in it, vacuum modulator line back in it, the transmission mount. Reconnected the transmission cooler lines and filled it up with fresh new blood, transmission fluid, and fired it up and checked the level. She's good to go now. Goes into gear, reverse, drive. Well, we don't know if it's got drive until we drive it, but I know it goes into a drive gear, one of the two. So we're going to take this thing for a test ride and run it through its paces and see what happens. Here we go. All right, so we're loading up this lift on a trailer. I thought it was bigger than this. This ain't bad. And it's going someplace local. So, oh, there's the power unit and the extensions. Oh, there's Dave. Hey Dave, how you doing? You ready for this? This is actually, I thought it was bigger,
No,
but
I'm not ready for it.
what's the matter? A little too many of these last night or what?
No.
Oh, not enough?
No.
What?
Had enough.
Oh. It's a pretty cool fuel. This is the real deal too. All restored. Lights up, the globe lights up and everything. I believe it's... Oh, there you go. Look at that. Even the inside lights up. So this is Dave's garage. Full of stuff. Full of stuff. Actually, he's got room. He just sold his Cadillac. 4-door, hardtop. And now this, if you remember this in my very first videos, it's over here for a detail. And it came up marvelous. I mean, this thing is beautiful. You got the shifter hump in it, the shifter knob. And this thing came out fantastic. Unfortunately, the engine has to come back out to get the transmission out because second gear is junk. Hey Dave, this thing came out beautiful. You still got another step.
Pushed it up there so I could get that piece out that's on the cart.
Yeah, this thing came out beautiful.
I'm Palace of Living. I use these three things. And this was the last one by hand.
Is that the last one? The cleaner wax or the cleaner works and then
that last.
Oh, okay, so it's done.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can't make it in. I can't get it in.
Yeah, you can't polish a turd anymore. That looks beautiful, Dave. We have a 34 Buick Roadster, which may be finding a new home soon. It's all original. And last on the road in 65, 66 in New York. Well, we've got some stuff. What year's the back? 62 or 3? I keep getting it. 2. That's what I thought. Yeah, 327, 4-speed. Fun little cruiser.
62 is the last year for the Corvette.
Yeah.
They couldn't think of a name. They called it a Stingray.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Look at a 12 valve. Oh, no. Yeah, this is a 12 valve early Cummins with the, that thing they called an injector pump. But yeah, we're waiting on the trailer to get here to load this. What else we got in here? What is that? A 67 Buick Skylark GS 400?
Yes.
And that's all original car. Got a little knocky knock, but that's going to probably be restored. It's it was a very clean car. I'm sure it still is. Got to get that thing inside. Right there. Yep.
Coming in there getting gutted.
Uh-huh. So here is all his memorabilia and all the pictures and all the advertisements from what are they, Life magazines and stuff. A lot of those ones in the frames.
A lot of them are out of old hot rods and car drivers and stuff.
Really cool.
Camaro and Buick.
This is a shop right here. This is really cool. Hey, look, Quaker State sign. I know where there's one of them. Mine's lit up every night. And I still got the frame you gave me. Remember that powder coated frame? It's still hanging off of that. It's still on that. That thing held up good.
They do.
Wow.
A real nice one that somebody borrowed and never brought it back.
This is my first window, butyl tape window install. So I'm going to clean this up and pull all this crap out and stick this in dye trash. And I'll get this, vacuum this thing out. Let me get to work. Bless you. Bless you, Maggie. She's sneezing. She's over there. Phillips head screw, driver. Pull. Oh, that don't come out. The corner screw. So here would be speakers. Usually it's just one, but no. Here would be speakers, and this would be an optional rear defogger. Oh, we even got rust out of there. That's not good. That there ain't gonna matter too much because, excuse me there, doggies. Excuse me. Thank you for moving. This won't matter here because once I dry this out, it'll be fine. I'm not gonna mud this up, and it gets a cover over it anyway. So this isn't a restoration. This is the daily driver. He just wants to keep the water out of it. So. Check all this to see where right there is going to need some all metal. I might just skim this whole thing with all metal. I'm not sure. I gotta be careful how much I do this. I'll end up scraping a hole right through the dang piece. Yeah. Alright, so down here don't look bad. I'm afraid to keep doing that. But I gotta clear these little clips. They have rust built up around them, so the clips won't go on. Maggie, you're in the way again. Yeah, this whole dog leg is gone, the pinch welt. There's still some sealer in here. That I'll get out with a scraper. Yeah, that wasn't sealing there for a long time. Seeing rust, but no rust holes on the top, so that's good. And this wasn't a vinyl top car, it was just painted and left with the trim. So this did not have a vinyl top. Just in case you were thinking that. Get a screwdriver and take these corners off because I don't want to break them. Uh-oh. Don't think there's any metal here to screw to anymore. Oh yeah, there still is. We don't want to break those because, I mean, they repop them, but you got to be careful with them. Oop. All metal's going here. The heads of these clips for the molding, the bill molding has to be clear. If they're up, anything's behind them, they will not clip to these, the heads of these. You know, that was pretty good. I only made one hole right there, so put a little all metal here. This is going to have to go trimmed out and replaced. Yep, I don't know how long the piece is. Here looks like I can all metal that. There's a little hole right here. Probably, yep, there's a hole there. Yeah, this I can get away with all metal. This ain't bad. I'm gonna finish wire brushing this and we'll come back. what did I get myself into? Woo! So I think I opened up Pandora's box, but a little late for that. Right down in here, ain't nothing left. Nothing left. It's called the package tray, and where it hooks to the quarter is not in existence anymore. So I might have to put a piece of metal in here, take out this sail panel, and it's probably going to have to come out anyway and get this out so I can weld in here. This is gone. I found more holes. I guess I'm gonna have to put some all metal along here anyway. And this gets painted over anyway, black. Got a couple more over there, but over there, over here, I found more holes, and a couple of the pins are a little loose because there's rust behind them. Once I started picking at them, like this one, I mean, it's there, but it's not good. So we'll have to see if they sell pins, and I don't know how they go in, or actually I think you could pop rivet them in. But I'll get this all scraped down, neutralized, and we'll throw a coat of paint on this, maybe just primer to keep it from rusting any more than it already is. And then see what we're gonna do with all this right here. So I don't want to restore the car, you know, that's not what we're looking for. But between that and I gotta put some floor pans in this thing, like I showed you before. Probably the driver's side if you can't see it from here. I see light. I see the light. They knock the plugs out. They keep the water out. There's some pinholes in that floor by that screwdriver, but that's petty stuff there. So, all right, I'm gonna clean up some of this mess, and I don't know. Maybe I'll clean this up and get this in primer a little bit. Spritz a little primer in here and prep this thing. I gotta cover this up because I'm not gonna get to it right away. So. Alright, so I probably may have shown on a previous video. What we're going to do here is all this rust in here. What I'm going to do is take my Sharpie and mark this out. I'm going to cut this groove right here and give a little bit for the blade and replace this piece in here and weld this back in. And they give you the, I believe they give you the pop rivets for the pins for the, what do you call it, the trim, the molding. So we're gonna do both sides, and up there, they don't have that piece that I know of here. So we're just gonna clean all this up real good, and I'm gonna lay down some all metal and sand that all down, and then it should be good from there. So yeah, we got some work ahead of us, and then we gotta do the front windshield when that comes. So I wanna get this done first. I do have the butyl tape that goes in here to seal this up. I'll probably get some, an assistant to put that in one day, but until then, let's get this done. Yeah, this is a poor design. All manufacturers had this issue. When you set something lower like that, of course, the water's going to run in behind that reveal molding and lay in here and rot them out. So that was all the way up through 80s, 90s, all of them. So that is what happens. And then, of course, it rots out and goes in down there into the trunk and rots the floors out of the trunk, aka every Chevelle that I've worked on. Yeah. All right, so let me get some tools ready, and we'll get on this as soon as I figure out exactly what I need and do all my markings. All right, so I'm going to place this in here. It should come to this pinch weld here. Actually, it overlaps a little bit. Well, depends on that, but here's what I'm going to do. This is already gone, so I'm going to clean this up along here, but I'm going to mark this out. Of course, it's going to be the very edge that's coming off, but I don't want to take too much off, but this will be a reference point. Trace this out. This is the first ones I've ever done. So what I may do, giving the width of the blade of the cutoff wheel, which is, I'll measure that, I think that's it's either 8th or 16th, depending on which one I use. I'll come inboard a bit and cut to the inside of this, so it'll give me something along here to weld to. And then I'll carefully grind this down to bare metal so I have something to weld to, because I'm gonna have to weld all this, and it's gonna be real tough on a low setting without blowing through it, especially down in this area. It's gonna be really tough. And then yeah, we'll get that welded in. We'll grind all that down real nice and feather it out. Hopefully nothing. I'm just so worried about this blowing through over here. This is going to be tough. I wish they would have gave you a little more on this corner up here to cut out down in this bottom dog leg. So there's an overlapping piece here, but we are only, let me see. I also have to remove that here and anything double in this, because yeah, this here is actually spot welded. This is it's sandwiched. Let me get you guys in here. It's sandwiched right here and spot welded in every particular spot. They're going to be hard to tell. I know there's a spot weld right there. You can almost see them, but it's so rusty it's hard to tell. So this is going to have to be split, and the new piece of metal is going to sit on this ledge underneath here, and then I'm going to weld to that, hopefully. So that's the plan, both sides. It's going to be tedious. It's not going to be fun, especially when metal starts disappearing because it's so rusty. And if I have to make a bottom piece on this, I'm going to have to. And I also have to watch this sail panel doesn't catch on fire, which I'll probably remove this because it's not in good shape. But I'll remove it so it don't catch on fire, because there is paper and stuff behind here, and I have to put something down on the bottom. All right, so here are some of the tools I will be using. Not exactly everything, but some of it. I'm not a professional at this kind of work. I can do some fabricating, but this is going to be a little bit something different. I've done floors, and they're easy, but when you get the stuff around edges, I'm not that good with, so I can always look up YouTube for the help. You know how that goes. If you can't figure it out, YouTube it. So we got our sanding discs, our flap wheel, our cutoff wheel. We got the adapter for it. My safety glasses, yes, I will be wearing them. I have a grinder. If I need it, I have better wheels. Don't mind there ain't no guard on there. I have another cutoff wheel, but I think this is going to be too big for that job. I'm probably going to have to use this. And I have an assortment of sanding discs, cutoff wheels, the smaller units, and that should get me by for that. And I have my Lincoln SP100. I've had that for, oh my gosh, 30 some years. That thing is a godsend, and I have it set up on a nice little cart. That thing works great, because I got a Hobart over there, but that's a little too big and you can't turn it down for sheet metal work. That you can turn down and do some nice work, and it's gas assist. It isn't flux core. Flux core is too dirty, it doesn't leave a nice weld. So I've always been a gas guy. I don't like flux core. It's good if that's all you got, but I don't like it too much. So, but anyway, it's got its pros and cons. So that's what we're dealing with today, and it looks like the skies are kind of giving me a little break, so I'm going to back this out. And I don't want to start too early. I don't want to upset my neighbors anywhere with air tools going and whatnot. So we're going to get on this in a little bit. I'm going to grab some more tools and get ready. All right, so the rain finally let up a little bit, and Doggy over here is trying to eat the air hose. How's that taste? It has a glop of grease on it. So I guess I'm going to make my first attempt to cut this. Hopefully I don't go too far with it. Stop. It's being a brat. So let me grab the cutoff wheel, and hopefully this goes well. So I'm going to cut this thing along here short as I can, and then I got to split it. So I'll show you a little bit, and then this might be too loud, I don't know. All right, so I've been using this. I was going to go the electric one. It's a little too big to get in here. The compressor's a little low, and I put a little oil in this thing, but the vanes, motor vanes in this thing are really tired. Like I said, I've owned this thing forever. It's a Campbell Hossfield from somewhere, but don't owe me anything. eventually I get down to Hobo Freight, I'll pick up a new one. So it's getting there though. There's part of it. Fun part's going to be splitting this, I think. I do have some spot weld drillers, but to find the spot welds is the fun part. So, alright, I won't bore you with the rest of this. Alright, so now we're going to get the brap out. I call it brap because it does brap. And this will definitely get in there nicely. If it don't destroy everything. Not bad, not bad. Definitely seeing my spot welds. Ooh, not bad at all. Look at that. So those I can grind off. Whatever stays can come off. There's a spot weld right on the other side of that. I think I'll have to put a better edge on this thing. A little beat up from working on Project 64. Alright, so we're going to flatten these out using an anvil. If I can get this in here. Flatten out this edge that we have to weld to. Still got to grind some tabs, spot welds off of here, but that's no big deal. I just want to get this flat so I can do it. Alright, let me get a cutoff wheel and grinder or something and take these off and make this smooth. This ain't gonna be heavy enough to grind those off, so over to the cutoff wheel, grinding off of that. I don't know. Yeah, that'll work. I just gotta get the bump off of them. Now, right here in this corner, there's some brazing in this corner where they put the quarter and all this together. You can see some brazing rod, brass color looking here, so I'm gonna have to get that clean. And I'm gonna end up trimming off this corner. They make it a little long for you, but I gotta get this to sit flat in here or else the moldings won't go on. So got a lot of cleaning up to do. Very, very time consuming project. Alright, so I trimmed up this dog leg on the back of this, which is too long. Now I have to come in here, cut this out right here, and fit that piece in here. It looks like I got most of it cut, but that's good for there. My problem is I can't really get in here like I want to. That's going to be interesting. I don't have a tiny little cutoff wheel, but I could go. Perfect, right on the line. All right, so clean that up a little bit. I got to peel this back and grind that down and flatten this out a little. I think we're good. All right, so we got this thing clamped in here. I just got to push this together with something as I tack this thing along here, and then once I get to the bottom I have a kind of a gap over here. And I'm gonna have to push this down and trim this up. I'm gonna have to add a piece of metal in here and grind this down because this isn't, this thing is, its structure, it's gone. So there's nothing really here. So we'll work this in here. This is, as long as it follows the contour, we're good. So when I push this down and weld it in, it'll be good. This is where it's going to get tricky, is down in here, because there's not much behind here. Look at just a tip on wire. That's a little better. Yeah, that sounds better already. Get a little more wire. It was a little too slow on the wire feed. Oh, now it's starting to burn through. And there's a hot one. Yep. All right, so I don't know what to say here. We're gonna have to start plug welding these holes, get this thing set. I think we're gonna be good from there. Keep an eye on our tip because the contaminants off this metal and the paint like to clog the tip up, so I'm gonna have to constantly ream this tip. It splashes back and sticks to the cup. Oh, there it goes. Went through. There we go. Closed up now. I think I can let this go. Yes. Now it's being held by the tacks. This I'm going to have to just relocate this so I have something to ground to. Find a nice spot over here. These last two plug welds. Nope, no connection. Alright, so I'm going to go back to one of these plugs here. Use that for the ground. Definitely metal to metal contact. This one here is not happy. There we go. See if we can get this corner. Yeah, I know you guys in the comments gonna say these are not welding glasses, but I close my eyes when I weld. I've been doing this for years, so I'm very careful about it. I've been flashed enough before. Hey, you, get out of the trash can. Maggie, really? Children. Oh, blow through. Now I gotta be real careful on this edge because there's nothing here. Yeah, that's not good. And there's a headliner behind it, which is pulled back, but I don't care for where it's at. All right, so I'm gonna save you the aggravation or whatever you want to call it, the boringness, and stitch this in and finish this up, and I'll come back to you. This is where it's going to get tricky, is down in here, because there's not much behind here. Look at just a tip on wire. That's a little better. Yeah, that sounds better already. Get a little more wire. It was a little too slow on the wire feed. Oh, now it's starting to burn through. And there's a hot one. Yep. All right, so I don't know what to say here. We're gonna have to start plug welding these holes, get this thing set. I think we're gonna be good from there. tip because the contaminants off this metal and the paint like to clog the tip up, so I'm gonna have to constantly ream this tip because it splashes back and sticks to the cup. Oh, there it goes. Went through. There we go. Closed up now. I think I can let this go. Yes. Now it's being held by the tacks. This I'm going to have to just relocate this so I have something to ground to. Alright, so let me get you in here. So in this corner here, I'm going to cut this piece of metal. There's just so much metal missing out of here. I'm going to weld this in and trim this up, and then we'll all metal this and seal it good. Make sure it don't leak again. Just replace what's not there anymore. So I'm going to make an attempt to do this. This is not fun because the metal behind this is very, very thin. I'm going to need something to hold that. It's not going to be simple. It's got to be exactly where it's got to be, or it won't work. Like right there. And once I get a tack or two on here, I think I'm good. Perfect. And it's a decent gauge metal. It's almost as thick as what the car was, so. Alright, so I got the tack in that. What I'll do is I'll run a bead in here, stitch it along here, and then I'm going to try to bend this down and weld it, but we'll see what happens. If not, I'll just weld underneath it and grind it down. So let's see what happens here. Ooh, come on. Got some snot in the end of my Oop. We're close to the end and the metal's getting a little hot. Alright, so now it's hot. I'm going to take the whole feet end of it. Try to roll it down. Probably should have snipped this and relief cut it right there. If I can. If not, I'll get the cutoff wheel. I'm trying to do this while it's still hot. Key is to work with the metal as it's hot. So get my cutoff wheel and try to release this edge. It pulls off. Yeah, it's a mess over here. Like that. And now it bends over much easier. Yeah, it's all there. Tap that corner. And I'll weld all this up and then grind it down and seam seal it. Get some good epoxy primer on it. And it should be good for as long as I'm alive, for anybody else. Alright, so here we are. We got it formed. Took a little grinding to do, but most of the grinding to get it flat. And then I'm going to put a skin of all metal in here and sand that down real nice. And once that's done, we'll get a coat of flat white primer in here, and we'll go start on the other side. So,
what we got going on
what's
here?
going on? Neil from Newfound Freedom. What's up, brother?
How we doing, man?
Long time no see.
Yeah, good.
So,
what's happening at the Chevelle factory?
The Chevelle factory's producing lots of stuff like you are Oldsmobile stuff.
That's it.
So those of you who don't know Neil, go see his channel on Newfound Freedom, and he's a big Oldsmobile guy. And I think he likes his Fords a little bit.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And
don't tell anybody.
don't tell anybody, you know. Yeah, closet Ford guy.
That's right.
So am I. So, so yeah, check out his channel. He's doing what year? 71 Olds.
71.
Olds convertible.
Yep. Cutlass
Yeah.
convertible now, and
What are you working on? What's the other one?
I started a 71 hardtop frame off restoration, but it's got pushed to the side, unfortunately, for the convertible.
They all do. Hey, convertible, you know, drop top, and there you go.
Yep.
What are you doing, Maggie? You're happy to see him. You're like, oh, people. So, all right, I'll show you what I got going on here.
Cool. Let's see.
All right, so back to the front window. We're letting some mud dry on the other side, and we'll take that down. But meanwhile, I'm taking off, I took the wiper blades off, and I had to drill all the heads off this reveal or piece of trim here for the windshield. And let's get this out of here. And oh boy, look at all the rust holes. Yeah. When I saw that, I knew there had to be something going on in here. Why the floors are rotted out. So, it looks like this on this pinch weld is rotted through here. There's your windshield antenna, which is probably, that's going to be fun to get off. We have rust down there, and we have problems. But that don't go into the floor, that goes into the cowling, but we're still going to plug that up. We're going to wire wheel all this and prep this and paint it before we do that. And these are going to be fun. Everything is just rust on this thing. I mean, I have to get these screws out of here that held this molding on too. I guess I could pop them through and put an oversized screw in it. Yeah. Yeah, and this windshield here literally is coming out. So I'm gonna undo this windshield antenna with a pair of pliers, I guess, because there's nothing else to grab it with. The insulation on it's shot anyway. I don't think there's a radio even works in this thing. Otherwise, you gotta put an external antenna in this thing or replace the windshield. And this windshield's a little bit scratched up here from running bad wipers, but that's his call. Plus, it's got some separation here. Here's the old inspection sticker. And there's a piece of paper down in the defroster duct. We're gonna have to fish that out while we're there, because that will hinder the defrost. All right. Let me try to get this window out, and then we'll wire brush all this and vacuum it up. Meanwhile, back here, that came out all right. I'm not a body guy. You can see I got some overlapping, but that could be all sanded later. I am not a body guy. I have no patience for it. I don't know how to, I'm not good at it. I never went to school for it, so it came out pretty good with the welds otherwise. The other side, I've got filler on that, all metal, and it's curing now. And I have also the screws that hold the clips in that they give you with the company. Matter of fact, where is that paperwork? All right, so anybody interested in buying any rustreplace.com, rust repair solutions made in the USA. Some pretty good pieces there. They took a little trimming. It gives you nice directions on how to install them, where to cut, where not, and where all the dimensions to put the screws in to replace these pins that are missing. It's a pretty nice little company. I like it, and I would buy from there again to do any work like that. Hopefully we don't have to buy nothing for around here. We're gonna find out when we pop this windshield out. I just gotta find a place to put it. Yeah, let me go over to the other side. And found these suction cups in the trash. I gotta open this window, help push this window out, push this glass out. I have to open the window, get in here. Oh, man. Come on, man. All right, I might have to get a piece of cable possibly to get this windshield out of here, because, oof, yeah, she's not happy. I don't want to break this thing. I'm very shaky with glass, and I'm trying not to break this thing. and I will bring you guys in here. Try to push this thing out. The bottom isn't free. Part of it is, I'm trying not to break the glass, and it's stuck right there. Dang. All right, so somehow I got to get something in here. I want to, usually you could flip these back, but I'm a little scared to do it. I've done it before. This window is a little compromised, so if it cracks, I will know. It's a matter of breaking that bottom seal. Sometimes if you just leave them in one spot, this seal will actually loosen itself up, but it's stuck. It's stuck at the bottom here, and there's a spacer here, and it's obviously still kind of glued. Come on, man. It's going. There we go. Just have to be careful. So what I'm gonna do is just break that for now. Not break the glass, but break the seal. I forgot to undo the antenna, so let me grab a pair of pliers of some sort, and hopefully this thing comes off. Not that it's any good, because the casing is gone. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. Oh, there we go. Wow, it actually came undone. It may still work, but I don't know. I think it's just one wire. All right, there we go. All right, so that's still stuck. All right. Please don't crack. I really could use a hand doing this. I need a razor blade, really. Let me grab a razor blade, because I got a piece of rubber holding me up over there. I'm gonna make an attempt and trust this. Oh boy, this rubber seal is still stuck on here too. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to carefully remove this butyl tape. I hope these handles are still good. It would suck if they come undone. There we go. All right, so now I need a place to put this. Someplace safe. If you hear a crash, you'll know what that was. Let me get this thing off. Yeah, this is going to be the part that doesn't want to come off. All right, so anyway, we'll just go around it until we're ready to remove it. Guess we'll leave that. That's the adjustment for how high the window sits. We'll leave that alone. I have to give myself a vacuum. Well, the pinch weld is gone. Pinch weld sealer. Yeah. Pins seem to be intact. Give this a good brushing down, inspect it real close, and I'll use a solvent on it and get some of them old clips off of there. And we will paint this real good with a good primer. Probably sand the edges real good. Try to stop the rust if we can. Yeah, in order to weld in here, I gotta get this off this pillar. We got a little rust hole right there, I think. Oh, I can't see. I have to get a better light. I think this molding, no, this is part of the headliner. I'll have to be careful with that. Whew. A lot of years of neglect. There's the VIN code, VIN tag. There must have been a lot of leaves laying in here. This car's sat for a long time. A long time. It's a shame. Worst thing you can do with a car, especially in these areas of rust and humidity. It's all gonna have to be seam sealed. You know me, I'd have the whole front end off this car, but I don't have time for that. I wish I did. And I'm always He has to reseal the window, but I will do my best to get in there the best I can. I think what I'm going to do is finish around the window, and I might go pull the dash pad and the pillar covers. Vacuum time. Sometimes these are going to be a little difficult to get out. They sink themselves deep into the dash. Hello, puppy. No, we're not going anywhere, if that's where you're implying. And this one you need a stubby because of the column. Let's see here if I can grab this thing. So these screws I am undoing now remove the dash pad from the dash. Put the screws down there. Now I can go back to these. I usually use a screw gun, but that middle one you can't. Some of these you can, some you can't. And there's some in the glove box that you need a stubby for. That'll give you enough room. I think I've done this a few times. It's like deja vu. There it goes. Easy peasy. Just got to be careful. There's clips molded into these things that actually like to break off. Sticker that says, in case of accident, call Stockburger Chevrolet, Newtown, PA. Area code 215 WO 8-3851. If no answer, call EL7 9509. That's pretty cool. Now you know that's old. Pretty neat. All right, less gabbing, more screwing. Now this you might be able to get away with a long one, possibly. Don't mind the shadow. I still haven't received, well, they were back ordered and they never told me they were coming in, or my GoPro lights that I ordered that I've been needing for a while. So I'm using a LED flashlight for now. It puts out some decent light, but it doesn't put it where you need it. And I am, no, I am being attacked by a dog who thinks we're going somewhere. Panzer, no. All right, I think that's the last screw. Panzer's mad at me. He just left because I won't take him for a ride. I won't take the dog for a ride. All right, so let's see how this goes. This should be it. Now you gotta lift up. Yeah, it was probably a lot of rust. And then you pull out. You have to lift on each corner to do this. So, like that. Be careful you don't squeeze the dash because they will crack very easily. So you go up, get your fingers under it, and give it a little push, pull like that, and it goes. Panzer here is helping me. Now the fun part is it likes to, now there's no windshield in it, it's a little easier to get out of here, but it likes to wedge between the door pillars. So, oh wow, this had front speakers in it, no kidding. All right, so now I can see everything behind the dash. Cool. So if I look up that number behind the back of the dash pad, BK, that'll be on the build sheet that's up on the roof. It's pretty cool. All right, look, even the light for the help box works. Let me get this thing out of here. All right, so there's the dash pad with the one crack, and here's a look at that. BK, that should be on the build sheet. Black interior, so that's good where that's at. Obviously, somebody had a dog that chewed on it, and no, it wasn't mine. My dogs do not do that. Let's see here. Just go back to this, and there's the build sheet, and there should somewhere in here be that number telling you the dash, because what designates is if it has a center speaker for mono or the end speakers for stereo with the optional AM/FM cassette, possibly, if that's ordered. And these are the speakers for the corners. Otherwise it would be mounted right here. Just a little FYI. And there's that big old tube that goes to your air conditioning duct, still in one piece. This thing has never been apart. Look at these moldy colored rubber HVAC hoses. Wow. Maybe we'll throw some LED bulbs in the backlight this thing. I think my buddy Mark might like that. I think I have some extras. If not, I'll order some. They're pretty cheap. And that backlighting is so awesome with the LEDs. The only thing you can't do it with that style 194 is to backlight the HVAC controls. That takes a regular, I forget what they call them, incandescent, I'm going to call it a non-194 bulb with the brass socket. Where the other screw is on these pillars. Been a while since I've taken these apart. Man, I don't remember last time. I guess the last time I had a set of pillars covers out of the Chevelle was my blue car. I don't see any other screws in here. There's that one. There might be one right there. Oh yeah, there it is, and it ain't got no head. Ain't got no head, Lieutenant Dan. Oh yeah, that one's definitely got no head. We're gonna have to cut that one off. Unfortunately, that's not good. Everything's rust. Rust, rust, rust. Alright. Had to cut the head off, but it's out. Off to the other side. Wish the bottom one would come out that nice. This is definitely a virgin untouched dash because it's still got the tape and everything holding all the wires where they belong. This thing has not been touched since it's been produced. Alright, well hopefully this bottom one comes out. It doesn't have rust on it because it's getting old. But this whole car has some rust in the weirdest spots. Alright, I think we're good on this one. No, puppy. Yay! Came out. Look at that. Oof, this pillar's a little rough. Rough, right, doggy? Alright, let me I'm gonna have to start packing some of the stuff in here. I gotta have to find a new place to put a lot of these parts. I run out of room in here. You know, I don't think the dashboard light's working this thing. I wonder what's up with that. Okay. So I'm gonna remove all the rusted, broken clips that hold the windshield in since they are all no good. Chip the slag out from behind them. That's a screw right there. That clip there is junk. We're going to order all new ones. Luckily, this thing ain't as rotted as the back window. You know, there ain't much better, but I can patch that. I don't know if I can get one of these out of here for a sample, but yeah, I might get this one out. Here it is. I think I got a couple of these, but here it is. There it is. Perfect. Oh, nice sharp stainless steel gasket scraper works great for this. When they're hot, they're even better. I just got it off the grinder and it was working good till it cooled off. Then maybe if I have any more issues, I'll just use the propane torch and heat it. I think it's doing okay. There we go. Got that one piece there. We gotta get this super clean to get it to, wow, to get it to seal, get it to stick, because we don't want it coming off again. So, yes. Not bad underneath it though, it looks pretty good. All right, let me see, put that there. Go over to the other side. There we go. Yeah, nice and sharp. There we go. Look at that. Oops. Oh, I see it's got it cinched underneath there. Just got to clean up the extra. I might heat this thing up. It'll probably buzz right through there. All right, so I'm going to end this video right here. I guess I'll resume this another day when the windshield's going in or going in. So, yeah. Sorry it took so long, but it's kind of a, I don't know, informative or a DIY, or if you want to work on stuff like this, back windows, a little rust work. I'm no expert. I can get by. I'm never claiming I'm an expert. I hate bodywork. I don't mind some fabrication. I'm all about the engine and the whole mechanical part of it. So, but I can get by. This ain't perfect. It's not a restoration. You guys can criticize me, whatever. I've got some really bad comments out there, and yeah. Okay, but anyway, it is what it is. Land of free speech. So anyway, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna end this here, and we're gonna work on this probably Saturday after I get all this stuff buttoned up and that patch done tonight. Hopefully, not by tomorrow. And the doggies just came in. Hello, doggies. Yep, see, they bumped into the camera. Let's see if they can do it again. So, all right, well, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe, and thank you for all the channel support, and I will see you next time.